Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Shay Explores Daily. And it's been a while. It's been a long time since I last done a sit down video here. I think it's been almost a year actually. But today we're going to do something a bit different. I'm going to talk about the Oyster Card. So my last Oyster Card video got thousands of views, lots of questions, comments, etc. So I'm going to do an updated version for 2024 and answer all your questions about it. In the meantime, if you like my videos, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Let's go and talk about the Oyster Card. So the first question is, what is an Oyster Card? An Oyster Card is one of these. These are top-up cards that can be used on London's transport systems. So this includes the tubes, the Docklands Light Railway, the Elizabeth Line, London trams, and some national rail services in London. Not all, but some. These cards here are cards that you can top up and use anytime that you want with no expiry date at all. You can buy the Oyster Card in a variety of locations. The most obvious one is at any London tube station. So no matter what zone it is, you can go to any tube station in London and buy an Oyster Card. The cost of the Oyster Card is £7. And once you've paid it, it's yours to keep forever. There is no expiry date on the Oyster Card at all. You can also buy Oyster Cards at off licenses. These are like small shops that you'll see in and around London. I believe you can get them as well from some visitor centres also. And also as well, you can register your Oyster Card online as well, so that in case you lose it, you can get refunds and so on and so forth. So how do you make an account on the TfL website? So you go to TfL's website and you go to create an account. Then it's on there where you can sign in, make your account with your email, and obviously you make your own password. Once you're on there, you can register your Oyster Card and you'll be able to see all of your journeys that you've made with that card. You can also apply for refunds, you can report it lost or stolen, and you can do a variety of things as well, such as auto top up and things like that. But it is very cool in case you want to obviously track your spending, or in case you lost your Oyster Card and so on and so forth. There are a variety of ways in which you can put money on your Oyster Card. The first one I would say is using the Oyster ticket machines inside the stations. So guys, on the machine you'll see a variety of options here basically for your Oyster Card. So one thing you can do here is get a new Oyster Card. You click that, choose how many, click confirm, and then you can choose how much money you want to put on the card or what travel card to put on it. So if you want to put on, I don't know, £5, boom, that's £7 for the card plus £12 plus £5 for the top-up credit. So guys, if you want to top up, you get your Oyster Card, put it on the yellow reader like that. You can see the exact amount you've got on the card, and then you can choose how much you want to add to it. That could be £5, £10, etc. Let's say you want to put on £10. Choose that, make your payment, etc. If you want to check your journey history, you can click that. You see your whole journey history here, basically, as well. You can also apply for a refund. Click that there. Boom. You can't do it here, but you can do it at other locations as well, basically. Also as well guys, you can change it into your language, so French, German, Greek, etc. You can change the language, then choose your language. So if you want to do Spanish, boom, comes up in Spanish as well. The second way is doing it on your online account. So on your online Oyster Card account, you can actually pay via that way. You can pay whatever amount you want, and you can also set it to actually auto pay. So once your Oyster Card goes below a certain amount, it will automatically top it up as well, so you can do it that way also. But either way works. Once you pay for the Oyster Card, there is no validity on how long your money is available for. You can top it up today, and in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, etc., if you don't use the Oyster Card, obviously the money will still be on the Oyster Card. So let's say you're only coming to London for like a week, and you finish, and you're about to head home. Essentially, if you don't use all your money, the money will stay on the Oyster Card and you can use it whenever you come back. The next question is, where in London can you use your Oyster Card? So you can use your Oyster Card in all London train stations between London Zones 1 and London Zones 9. So if you're a tourist, you're going to be anywhere between sort of zones 1 to 3 most likely. Zone 1 covers the central zone. So it covers things like Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, Oxford Street, Piccadilly, London Eye, and so on and so forth. There are certain areas that come slightly outside of Zone 1. So like Camden, for example, will be like Zone 2, I believe. And like Canary Wharf and like places like Stratford and so on. So they'll come under Zones 2/Zone 3. So most of the areas that you'll visit are in Zones 1 to 3. Anything past Zone 3 is going to be more of a residential and suburban area. So as a tourist, you wouldn't really venture to these areas. But the more zones that you travel through, the more expensive your oyster journey will be. So please make sure that you understand that. So, which London airports can you use your Oyster Cards at? So, the following London airports you can use your Oyster Cards. So, Heathrow, Gatwick, London City Airport. So those 3 airports you can use your Oyster Card. The other 3 airports you cannot. So at Luton Airport, Stansted Airport and Southend Airport, you cannot use your Oyster Cards at all. If you land at Luton, Stansted or Southend, buy a paper ticket at the airport, and then when you get to central London, you can then buy an Oyster Card, basically. You cannot use Oyster Cards at those 3 London airports. Please note that there are a variety of train stations outside of the typical London Zones 1 to 9, where you can use your Oyster Cards. These stations are located outside of the Greater London boundary, but you can use your Oyster Cards there. Places such as Chafford 100 and Grays in Essex, Epsom in Surrey, of course Gatwick Airport, and also places like Broxbourne and Cuffley in Hertfordshire. For your Oyster Cards, Transport for London does have what they call a daily and weekly cap. What this means is that if you make a certain number of journeys within a day or a week, there is a set maximum cost that you will pay for those journeys, pretty much. So for the daily Oyster cap, this is how it works out. So if you make three or more bus or tram journeys in a day using your Oyster Card or contactless, then you will pay no more and can travel for free for the rest of the day. So it caps out basically. For the weekly, if you make more than 3 bus or tram journeys on board any bus or tram 5 out of the 7 days of the week, it gets capped. So let's say you make 3 bus journeys from Monday to Friday, yeah? That means that on Saturday and Sunday, you travel for free because you've hit the weekly cap for that allowance. So guys, how does the capping work in terms of the trains? So, in terms of daily capping, once you've made around 3 journeys, either peak or off-peak, in a day, on any tube, DLR, London Overground, Elizabeth Line or National Rail services inside zones 1 to 6, using your Oyster Card or your contactless, you will pay no more for the rest of the day in terms of travel. It gets capped, and then any other journey after that is free. If you're traveling between zone 7 to 9, this is the daily cap. So yet again, if you made 3 journeys on any tube, London Overground, Elizabeth Line or National Rail train in zone 7 to 9 using your Oyster or contactless, it gets capped again and you travel for free. The main difference is that there is a difference between the cost of peak travel and off-peak travel, which I'll explain shortly. Just like the buses, the weekly cap operates the same way. So if you make 3 or more journeys within zones 1 to 6 or within zone 7 to 9, every single day for 5 days, the other 2 days you travel free. So if you travel 3 journeys, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday each day, so that's 15 journeys Monday to Friday, or any 5 days during the week, then the other 2 days you travel for free. So that is the cap. And it's the same thing for zone 7 to 9. If you travel 3 journeys, Monday to Friday for example, so that's 15 journeys in zone 7 to 9, the other 2 days you get it for free. The only services in London which are not included on the capping system is the Heathrow Express, Gatwick Express, High Speed 1 services to and from St Pancras International, riverboat services, and the cable car. So guys, I want you to be wary of peak fares and off-peak fares. So obviously peak fares are during the hours in which the network is most busiest, but you have people travelling to and from the hours of work. So typically during the peak hours, your fares will increase and will cost more money. So try to avoid travelling during this period of time, as the trains are a lot busier, and also as well it will cost you more. So these times are normally Monday to Friday between 6:30 and 9:30 a.m. and also Monday to Fridays between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. and this does not include on public holidays. Off-peak fares are at all other times, and if you travel from a station outside zone 1 to a station in zone 1 between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. That is it guys for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I've got many more cool videos coming, and let me know what you want to see next. You want me to continue these kind of videos? Let me know. In the meantime, thank you for your support, leave a comment and I'll see you on the next video.